years with the same group.
That's nice.
Yeah. How do you like our new priest?
Very different.
Yes. But it's so enough to talk to you.
It's a change.
Yes, it's hard to get used to it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see Steve coming in, so I guess we'll proceed without him. I'd like to call this public hearing to order. This is for the fiscal year 2021 Town of Hamlin Town Budget. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Baxter.
Here.
Vocal. Here. Robot.
Here.
Yeager.
Here.
Peters.
Here. Thank you. Just a brief overview. We've done what we could to keep things under control with the income that we're looking at not having as much of. Made some, some cuts, kept everything flat pretty much for the year. Tax rate did go up slightly. We will be at $399. It's $399 per thousand for the town of Hamlin. We did carry through with the things we talked about in the workshops. I have one person who would like to address the board, Sherry Dobson.
Yep.
You're on.
Oh, okay. I'm here. I haven't been to a town board meeting in a while, but I was here because I heard how the town of Hamlin does revolve on Bloomberg a lot, but that Steve Boz would be retiring. I wanted to wish him well, even though we've had differences over the years, mainly on the Huntington Park playgrounds. So I know that if he resigns, that then the town board could appoint somebody in his place until the elections come up.
Correct.
And so I wanted to put my thoughts together again, especially what's going on with the children right now. A lot of them are homeschooled, staying home. The park is heavily used, and for those, I know that 2 of the board members have been out to see that little park that we have. You may not know the park we had in the years. In 1975, when I moved into the Ryan homes, they were a planned unit development. That means they planned for the development of the community within the district there. We had green spaces. We had tennis courts. The tennis courts have now been converted to a basketball, which is good in keeping with what we had. A lot of kids that were rolling basketball courts down into the streets and everything, and that Steve was very good in changing that tennis courts over because we have a nice one here. We have green spaces for walking. We also have a backstop and a baseball court or field. And then we had a beautiful playground that was in the corner of between Behringer and my street, Settlers Lane. We have a lot of blacktops that go through them. They haven't been resurfaced, and the last time I was at a town board meeting, Steve said he was going to spend $17,000 on them, and at that time we had a surplus because we have a line item on our taxes. We paid around $25 on as a line item, and over the years it has grown. I worked with Anki trying to get some grants, but she was very unsuccessful, so I'm hoping that the town board can come up with how to get our playground back to what it was before. We had swings, we had slides, and it was removed when Tom Ingraham was the park superintendent then. He said a lot of the equipment was there a long time. I don't remember what year it was, but I remember I had moved into the town clerk's office, so it had to be the latter part of 1990s or so, and I retired in 2006, so sometime between that. Nothing got done except this one set of swing sets. Now we have 1 kiddie swing, 3 large swings. We used to have a lot of swings. There are 300 and some houses in that track of planned unit development or whatever. And I've watched kids now. I've gone out and talked to parents, and so they said, get a petition. We got to get, we don't have any input on this spending the money. I said, it's more or less, what did they do with the money when they turned it into metal and why aren't they budgeting little by little to make a playground what it was before? A little area for the children. We used to have the things that, a lot of the things that we have are probably not even safe now. But, you know, the little twirlies that you could get on and run around and almost fall off. But anyway, to see parents would come up, I mean, this being used a lot, a lot of teenagers come in, for some reason, today I was watching them, they go up and they swing, and, you know, just chit chat, maybe it's we have two benches and everything like that, but anyway, you'll see a parent bring up some kids in their little wagons, pulling them and everything. There's more walking than I've ever seen, families with their dogs and everything, and we did see put doggy bags things in there and everything, so we don't have a lot of poop lying around for the kids. But anyway, one kid gets on the kiddie swing and the other kid has to sit in the wagon so that he can have a turn. Now, if you went back and saw the size of these parks, you saw there's plenty of room to build a small little area for just maybe 8 and under. And then you can take that one swing and give 4 swings to the bigger kids or whatever. But that it's not that much money. We must be able to apply for grants or something, have fundraisers, whatever it takes. And I'm asking you as the town board members that might appoint somebody, please tell them how important that is. They can't come over, they bike through the paths and everything, but most of the kids that use this facility don't go over to the town. I mean, they're not allowed, you know, out of the area. And that's what I'm pleading to do something for the kids. I try to educate everybody that I see, you know what I mean? And they're very happy, you know. There was a father going today with a little wagon, you know, with one child in there, and he was waving, the little kid was waving to me. And I said, he's going to need a bigger wagon shortly, because it was the smallest wagon I've ever seen. But they were going to the playground. Fine, one child. If any more come, they have to stand there and wait. You know, and it's a sad thing, you know, when you see this. So we had $24,000, and when I looked at this appropriated fund balance, I don't know what he did with the money over the years where the $24,000 went. Because he surely didn't cover the blacktop like he was going to. In fact, my grandkids come out, we go and clean this one area that is always overgrown with somebody who is like encroached onto the parkland by planting behind his fence. I mean, because you can't go all the way through there without going onto the grass, you know, and you go around it. But so we went out and cleaned it. And so my neighbor came down and said to me, Sherry, why don't you go and take your kids to go out there and do it again? Well, it's not fine and dandy, but they're not going to go out and keep on cleaning. They live in another town, you know what I mean? So, but we do a service project once in a while and that there. So that's my plea.
Okay.
Keep in mind that you have, remember I brought that letter up that the attorney says that the town board has the right to do some things. And I mean, grass gets cut. You see nice new lawnmowers I've been going through, you know, over the years. So just get something for the younger kids or something. I'm willing to, or I wanted to donate another bench if that was possible in memory of my granddaughter that never got to a playground in life, but we would like to do that too.
Well, just so you know, I have had several discussions with Steve over the course of this year to do something up there, primarily because of the situation with everybody's kids being home.
Yeah, I know, it's even worse this year, yeah.
I know he was working with Anki, and they had selected a couple of different pieces of equipment to put in up there. I don't know whether he actually has ordered them yet to be put in this spring or not.
That would be fantastic if he would. I mean, the thing is that, you know, he never says anything. And Anki said it just didn't materialize. She had some of us write letters and things like that, looking for some manufacturers, I guess, to get.
And we will certainly, if he puts his official resignation,
Yes, if he does. I mean, I wish him well. I mean,
yeah, oh yeah, and we will make sure that.
You have to live in that track to understand that track, you know what I mean? And
yes. And we will make sure that whoever is appointed is
aware of it.
And
That's the most important thing. And if there's anything we can help, some of the parents are willing, well, first of all, I had some that said, we'll get a parent on every road, they'll go around every house on that road. I said, fine, that'll help out, you know, if we submit it. I hate to get to that point. You should be able to come to the town board and explain this year after year. And I didn't get as vocal until after I retired. I'm retired now 12 years. So, heavens to Murgatroyd, if I lived in town now in the winter, I don't know what I would do, but I'm asking. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Does anyone else wish to address the board? Seeing as no one else wishes to address the board, I would ask for a motion to close the public hearing. All in
Baxter,
favor?
Yes.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
So moved. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Well, I mean, I figured give them until next year when somebody is, you know, actually appointed or something like that. But I'll send a letter to Steve, making him look personally, I'll let him know.